to be the cave. Thousands of years ago, you could have walked from here right across the top, and that was all underground. And the ceiling of the cave has got thinner and thinner, and eventually it fell down. Now you can see the car. That's Caves Road where he just drove in. He's on top of the cave right now. That's where we're going to be very shortly. All right, so the ceiling fell in a few thousand years ago. It wasn't last week, okay, it was a while back.
I've seen caves in Vietnam. These are the first caves I've seen in Western Australia.
No ticket, no tour. That's the rules. Now we've still got 200 stairs to go, so we won't mess around for too long. But if you look up above your heads, this was the ceiling. This was the ceiling of the cave. And this ceiling would have gone from here all the way to the other side, and this was all underground. It was a huge cave, and then the ceiling fell down and created what we call a sinkhole, or a doline is the more correct term we use. Where's Anthony? You made it? Thank God. Oh, I never go first. Okay. Now, look back up now. You get an idea of how big this cave was. This was all underground. We've come down 50 metres from the forest. After you, young lady. We've come down 50 metres, and when we get in the cave, we'll be 62 metres underground. All right. So it was a great big cave, and then that ceiling fell down. Now, if we go back to 1867, there was a young girl by the name of Frances Bussell. You make the connection here, Busselton, Bussell Highway. The Bussells were early settlers here. Now, young Frances, she was 16, she was by herself. She was out here looking for some missing cows. Now, there was no tracks, no signposts, definitely no Google Earth, all right? She found herself up there above us. Her horse pulled up short, which was lucky for her, otherwise it'd been an entirely different story. Now, she had to go to the side, she saw this great big hole in the ground. She went home, she told her mum and her dad and her 10 brothers and sisters. And when they got a spare chance, they came out to have a look. Now the story goes, they couldn't find it. So fast forward to 1897. There was a man by the name of Tim Connolly. He was a good Irishman living in the area. Tim lowered himself down by rope, he had a few mates with him, and they searched and searched until they found the entrance down there, below what we call Titanic Rock. Can anybody see the Titanic sinking? There she goes. Look down the front, you see Leonardo DiCaprio.
The tree lying each
Nice and cool. Got a duck a little bit.
Have you been in a cave before?
Yesterday.
And what about your daughter? Same?
Yes.
First time yesterday.
Yesterday. Yesterday.
That was your first time ever?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Oh, how exciting.
Should we come in a little bit?
Yeah, come on over here. Just don't go too far. We'll just stay in this area for now, Argo. Thank you. It's taken 10 months for that water to seep down through 62 metres of rock and drip in your face today. Now, if it does drip in your face, Argo, you can lick it straight off, mate. It's perfectly drinkable water.
Soppy?
No, fresh water. Yeah, perfectly fresh water. But it's very important we don't touch them, because whilst those droplets are hanging there, a little microscopic piece of crystal is forming right before your eyes. So all these formations are crystal. This is crystal, this is crystal, this is crystal. Complete this sentence, Argo. Crystal, crystal.
Crystal.
You got it. All right. So everything we're going to look at today, folks, is crystal. It's all calcite crystal.
That's gorgeous.
Summer, can you see the turtle?
Was a turtle in here?
That's our turtle. It's a crystal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Turtle. Just pretend.
You get the reflection in the water as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I wonder if you can swim in here if you wanted to. It'd be freezing.
It'll be freezing. It'll be a cold plunge.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just the beautiful reflections we get from the water dripping onto the lake. So imagine Tim Connolly in 1897. Tim was wading through the water. He didn't have a pathway yet. And the water was about up to his waist, maybe not by his waist, maybe up to his thighs. It's quite cold water, it's only about 14 or 15 degrees. And this is what he was seeing with his handheld lantern.
It's magic.
Now, and if you follow a torch over here, this one in the middle is actually hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, that's not actually touching the ground.
Suspended from the ceiling.
It's suspended. Who said that?
Me.
That's exactly right. It's suspended from the ceiling. We call it the suspended table. And as far as we know, it's a one of its kind in the world.
It's gorgeous. Wow.
It's a one of its kind in the world.
Yeah.
You won't see that in Taiwan or the United States. I'm sure you got your own stuff to look at. Now, can you guys see the back there? Yeah, beautiful. Now, how did this one form, folks? It would have formed on the floor of the cave. So imagine thousands of years ago, this would have been the level of the floor. We're currently 1 metre off the ground, and so is the suspended table. So it formed on the floor. That's all crystal. That's a column when a stalactite and a stalagmite join together. They create columns. The flat part is known as, just be careful if you're using your flash, just be mindful of everybody else around you. It's a bit, no, you're welcome to do it, but just be mindful of other people. That's the way. Now the flat part is called flowstone, and what's happened is the water has deposited crystal across the floor. Then the floor was later dissolved and washed away, and somehow it didn't fall down. That's the mystery. Would anyone like to guess how much the whole thing weighs? Any guesses?
500 kilos.
Who said 500? That's not a bad guess.
2,000 tons.
Who said 5 tonnes? What's your name? Antoine. Antoine? Yes. You've nailed it, Antoine. We think it's about 5.3 tonnes.
Wow.
5.3.
I was going to guess a ton. That's crazy.
Now the formula we're using, Antoine, it's 2.7 tonnes per cubic metre. It's heavier than concrete. We think there's about 1.9 cubic metres. So Summer, imagine 2 big 4-wheel drive cars hanging from the ceiling. That's how much weight is there. It's very strong vertically, and it's very well anchored to the ceiling. The crystal doesn't just randomly fall for no reason, and seismically, it's a very stable region here. We don't get big earthquakes. Now, there used to be a column here. What happened to this one? When the limestone underneath this one, Belinda, when that was dissolved, this one actually snapped. With the tension, with nothing supporting it, the whole thing snapped and shifted. That happened yesterday. Boom, boom. And all the way from there, all the way up to where you are, Belinda, this area, the floor, there's always water dripping here, so it's very active. If you look above your heads, we've got these lovely skinny little formations. There's hundreds of them. We call them straws. Everybody see those? So they're just like a drinking straw. They're hollow. And the water droplets actually come down through 62 metres of rock. It runs down the middle of the straw. The droplet, hangs there, and a microscopic ring forms around it as it degasses. It wants to release all the excess carbon dioxide it picked up from the rotting vegetation. So all of this is calcite crystal. It's crystallised limestone. Okay? And while the droplets hang there, they're there for like 10 minutes, a little microscopic piece of crystal precipitates from the droplet and is left behind. Then the water drips down, and you get more forming around the feet. These are all little stalagmites that have formed on the concrete in the last 40 years. So this concrete's been here since the 1980s, and Antoine, if you've spotted them, there's ones forming all over the boardwalk. Exactly. So these are all formed in the last 40 years because this area is always wet. There's a lot of activity. In 1954, a cave guide burnt one with a candle. Somewhere, can you see the black mark up there? That was burnt on 72 years ago. It's grown 3.5 centimetres in 72 years. Now, you probably grew 3.5 centimetres yesterday. You want to translate the joke, or did you get it? Robert. Now, but as far as the crystal goes, it's incredibly fast. It's incredibly fast. We normally say the crystal forms at 1/10 of a millimetre a year, or a centimetre per century. So come back when you're 112, it won't look any different. And sometimes even fires can go up, or bushfire, you can end up with a bit of ash or charcoal discolouring the crystal. This water has a little tiny bit of acid. It's a mild carbonic acid. It's still drinkable water. It's between 6.2 and 7 pH level. And that little tiny bit of acid is all it takes to dissolve and break down the limestone. And that's how this cave is formed, by this very slow moving stream of water passing from east to west on its way through, dissolving the rock over the last, we think, maybe 1 million years. That's how long it's taken for this cave to form. Now 1 million years, you know, wow, that sounds old, but there are caves in New South Wales which are 340 million years old. This one is maybe not even 1 million. So it puts it in perspective. This is all very new. 2 million years ago, none of this was here. The limestone, the caves, the crystal, none of it. It would have been, you'd actually been on the level of the forest here where we stand. Yeah. Here. Okay, there's not much light. The entire floor is underwater. The entire floor is underwater. There's almost no light. And also, we're situated at the bottom of a giant sinkhole. So without a staircase, getting down here would take quite a while. Okay, we probably will still be coming down now. But interestingly, we're 30 metres above sea level. We're still in the ocean. So this stream has come from the east, which is behind you. The water started above ground. It's rainwater, filtered its way underground into this underground stream. It seeps in through the back wall where we are. There's no, like, it doesn't charge in like a rushing river. It just seeps through all the back wall, fills up the lake, and then continues that way. And at the other end, Sonia, it does speed up a little tiny bit because it funnels out to a little hole at the other end of the cave and continues to the beach.
Morning workout.
Warm up. And we're done. 300 and something steps.